will lift off, and at 114 seconds into the flight, we will have the ignition of the L110 stage, and the L110 stage and S200 will travel together for almost 30 seconds before the S200 burnt out stage will be separated. At this
Onboard
instant,
computers
we
are
will
now
be
in
roughly at
flight
an
mode.
altitude of around 62 kilometers. L110 stage will continue to burn further for next 200 seconds. And during the phase of the L110 stage, we will have the separation of the ogive payload fairing, which will be separated at 115 kilometers. And after the L101 ton separation, which will happen at 320 seconds, the vehicle would have reached an altitude of around 168 kilometers.
Mark, minus 3 minutes.
Immediately after the separation of the cryogenic stage, within the next 2 seconds, we will have the ignition of the C25 stage, which will be burning for nearly 650 seconds. It's a single burn cryogenic stage. And the C25 burnout is nominally expected at 964 seconds, when the altitude of the vehicle will be roughly around 174 kilometers. And 15 seconds later, we will have the separation of GSAT-19. So countdown is at minus 2 minutes 20 seconds now.
Plate pressurization of H tank started.
So all the final topping operations for the cryogenic stage. The automatic launch sequence has been checking out all the health parameters.
Level correction completed and gas cushion ventilation.
All the main parameters we are seeing is becoming green as it goes through the checkout.
Stand by for the time mark. Mark minus 2 minutes and counting.
So minus 2 minutes for the launch now. So minus 1 minute 45 seconds. We'll wait for the ignition of the S200 solid strap-on booster. Minus 1 minute 26 seconds.
Plate pressurization completed and H tank ready.
We just heard the announcement of all cryo operations. The final phase of operations has been completed. And the cool air supply to the payload fairing has been disconnected now, and there will be withdrawal of the cryo arm
All
very
stations
shortly.
stand by for the time mark. Mark minus 1 minute and counting.
Minus 1 minute.
Minus 55 seconds.
All SARs are armed.
Minus 50 seconds.
Sequences are armed.
Minus 45 seconds. Minus 40 seconds.
Minus 40 seconds.
Open.
Minus 35 seconds. Minus 30 seconds.
Real-time programs activated.
Minus 30 seconds.
Open.
Roger. Minus 25 seconds.
L110 VSPP open.
Minus 20 seconds.
Minus 20.
Ignition arms armed.
15 seconds.
Cryons are armed.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2,
S200 ignited,
plus 3,
vehicle liftoff.
plus 4, plus 5, plus 6, plus 7, plus 8,
Liftoff normal.
plus 9, plus 10
We
seconds.
just heard the announcement, liftoff normal.
Before tracking.
Plus 15 seconds.
15 seconds into the flight.
Plus 20 seconds.
S200
First stage performance normal.
indicated as
Plus 25
normal.
seconds. Plus
The
30
vehicle
seconds.
moving majestically.
Plus 35 seconds.
Plus 35 seconds is a very critical phase going atmospheric.
Plus 40 seconds.
40 seconds into the flight.
Plus
Vehicle is
45 seconds.
6-7 kilometers.
Plus 50 seconds.
50 seconds.
First stage performance normal.
Plus 55 seconds.
First stage performance is indicated normal. So we will
Plus
have
1
in the
minute.
next 50 to 55 seconds the ignition of the L110 liquid engine.
R1 in main auto.
75
R2
seconds.
in main auto.
Vehicle at
P2 tracking
18.7
activity 2.
kilometers.
First stage performance normal.
First stage performance normal as indicated by the range operation director.
Plus 1 minute 30 seconds.
So 90 seconds into the flight, another 22 seconds will have the ignition of the L110 stage, which again is a very important activity. And if you look at the plots of the time versus altitude and velocity, we see a very close match with the pre-flight and the flight predictions.
L110 ignited.
Yes, L110
Plus
core
2
booster
minutes.
has been ignited at exactly 114.9 seconds. The vehicle is at an altitude of around 51.5 kilometers.
Performance normal.
And L40 ignition and performance has been indicated normal. हम इस वक्त रॉकेट के पहले चरण के फेज से गुजर रहे हैं, जैसे कि आपने सुना S200 रॉकेट जो जमीन पर इग्नाइट हो गया था.
S200 separated.
Just now we heard the announcement S200 solid stopper has
Plus
been
2 minutes,
successfully
30
separated
seconds.
at 141.2 seconds, and vehicle has entered the closed loop guidance in the second phase of flight.
BL2, BL3 in main auto.
So अब
Closed loop
तक
guidance
सॉलिड ईंधन
688.
वाले चरणों का परफॉर्मेंस बिल्कुल नॉर्मल था और रॉकेट की ऊंचाई और गति बिल्कुल जैसे विश्लेषण किया गया था उसी तरह से काम करता हुआ. दूसरा चरण L110 स्टेज अभी इग्नाइट हो चुका है और अभी हमने रेंज ऑपरेशन डायरेक्टर से घोषणा सुनी कि यह सही सलामत काम कर रहा है. Right now
Plus
we are
3
at
minutes.
180 seconds and the altitude is around 95 kilometers.
L110 performance normal.
And we again heard the announcement of the normal performance of L110 stage. As per the nominal sequence, at 224 seconds, we should have the separation of the heat shield. So we are at 200 seconds, altitude 105 kilometers. And very shortly, we'll hear the announcement of separation of the payload fairing.
L110 performance normal.
L110 ton stage performance is normal. As far as the range of the vehicle is concerned, it's almost traveled 200 kilometers from the launch base. It's an altitude of around 117 kilometers. And heat shield has
Heat
been
shield
successfully
separated.
separated at 225.7 seconds. As far as the velocity is concerned, we have almost a 2.5
Plus 4
kilometer
minutes.
velocity has been imparted to the vehicle. The final injection velocity is order of 9.8 kilometer per second. The next important event will be the separation
L110
of
performance normal.
L110 ton separation, which should happen at 320 seconds. So roughly around 80 seconds to go. As I was mentioning earlier, L110 ton stage uses the Vikas engine, which is being used for L40
Plus 4
stages
minutes,
of
30
GSLV,
seconds.
the liquid strap-on boosters, the second stage of GSLV, and the second stage of PSLV as well. But the duration here is almost for 200 seconds as against 145 to 150 seconds being used for the
L110
for the
performance
PSLV.
normal.
So L110 ton stage performance is indicated as normal. 3.5 kilometer per second, range of around 410, and very close
Plus 5
match of
minutes.
the altitude and the velocity as a function of time during the S200 and L110 phase of flight. So 320 seconds, we should hear the announcement of the separation of the L110. After which, yes, L110 tons
L110
has been
separated.
successfully separated,
Rear commanded.
and 318.6 seconds. And C25 ignition has been confirmed at 325.4 seconds. So C25 ignition has been confirmed.
Pre-ignition confirmed. Performance normal.
And the C25 ignition and performance of the C25 engine is confirmed as nominal. So we are at 350 kilometers, velocity
Cryogenic
of
stage
4,
performance normal.
and range of almost 633. So this is a very important announcement of
Plus 6
successful
minutes.
ignition of the cryogenic engine for the first time in the flight, and the performance being indicated as absolutely nominal for this mission. As you are aware, in the GSLV Mark III, the earlier flight which was done in December 2014, we had only the S200 and 110 stage and the passive C-25 stage. So this is the first flight
Cryo stage
where
performance
the
normal.
active cryogenic stage is being flown for the first time. And just now we heard the announcement, the C-25
Plus 6
performance is
minutes, 30
normal.
seconds.
So we'll have a burn time of almost 600 plus seconds into this flight. As per the nominal sequence, we should have the C-25 shutoff command being issued at 964 seconds. We are roughly around 400 seconds into the flight. 4.3 kilometers. In fact, if you look at the velocity that is being delivered by the cryogenic stage during these 650 seconds of burning, almost 50% of the velocity required for the
Plus 7 minutes.
for injecting the satellite GSAT-19
Cryo
into
stage
a G2
performance
orbit
normal.
will be imparted by this very important cryogenic stage. This is C-25 is the heaviest cryogenic stage ever built by ISRO so far. If you may recall, for the GSLV, we have used a 12.5 ton of cryogenic engine with a thrust of only around 7.5 ton. However, this particular engine, which uses almost 28 tons of propellant, generates a thrust of nearly 18 to 20 tons. So look at the flight parameters. A very close match with the what you're seeing on the bottom of the screen is the altitude plot. The red one is the pre-flight prediction, and the dotted one is the one where the vehicle is presently flying. So all time versus altitude, time versus velocity, a very close match. 4.6 kilometer per second. This is a view of the launch control center.
Plus 8 minutes.
So another 5 kilometer per second velocity needs to be imparted. The actual velocity at the time of cryogenic shutoff should be 9.8 kilometer per second relative velocity. There's a continuous increase in the velocity during the C-25 stage. 510 seconds into the flight, velocity around 4.9, and the vehicle has a downrange of 1,330 kilometers, and it has reached an altitude around 233 kilometers now. Another 200 seconds to go nearly. I think as we go through the cryogenic stage of flight, I would just like to highlight the communication satellite, GSAT-19, which is being flown on this
Plus
mission
9
now.
minutes.
So GSAT-19 communication satellite is configured around ISRO standard I-3K bus. And as I mentioned, it has a liftoff mass of around 3,136 kilograms. And the main structure of the satellite is cuboid in shape. It has primarily two solar arrays which generate almost 4.5 kilowatts of electrical power. And most importantly, the satellite carries K and KU band high throughput communication transponders, which will be used for all communication purposes. And in addition to this K and KU band high throughput communication transponder, it also carries another important payload called as the geostationary radiation spectrometer payload, which will monitor and study the nature of charged particles and the influence of space radiation on satellites and their electronic components. So nearly 600 seconds into the flight now, 5.4 kilometer per second velocity. And if you look at the altitude profile, the bottom
Plus
curve,
10
there is a dip, which is based on the trajectory design. There is a dip into altitude, and this is the phase where the velocity will have a major increase as it drops down to an altitude of nearly maybe 150 kilometers, and then there is a steep rise in the altitude profile, which basically provides for the increase in velocity from what it is now 5.6 to 9.7 kilometers, which will be required for injecting the GSAT-19. So the performance of C-25 has been absolutely normal.
Cryo stage performance normal.
Just now we heard the announcement from the range operation director. The performance is absolutely normal. जैसे कि आप देख रहे हैं इस वक्त क्रायोजेनिक इंजन जिसको 320 सेकंड में लगभग इग्नाइट हुआ था, उसके बाद
Plus 11 minutes.
ऑलमोस्ट 300 सेकंड्स का बर्न क्रायोजेनिक स्टेज का हुआ है. और जहाँ तक रॉकेट की ऊंचाई का सवाल है, लगभग 220 किलोमीटर की ऊंचाई पर और जहाँ तक दूरी का सवाल है रॉकेट और अपर स्टेज और सैटेलाइट का, ऑलमोस्ट शार रेंज से 2200 किलोमीटर की दूरी पर, और इस समय रॉकेट की गति ऑलमोस्ट 6.2 किलोमीटर पर सेकेंड, और उसकी फाइनल वेलोसिटी almost 9.6 kilometer per second is what will be required for injecting the
Cryo
satellite
stage
into the
performance
GT
normal.
orbit. So cryo stage performance is normal. We have another 200 seconds, 250 seconds of flight to go. So this is the downrange, the ground trace from the SHARS Sriharikota
Plus
range
12 minutes.
all the way up to injection. As you may be aware, during the launch phase, right from liftoff up to injection of the satellite, we have almost 4 to 5 ground stations which are put in the loop for monitoring various flight events. The stations are basically the one located at Sriharikota, Shar range. Then we have the ground station located at Bangalore, the station located at Port Blair, the station located at Brunei and Bayak. As far as the visibility of the launcher is concerned, all the flight events, right from liftoff till injection, majority of the events which happen during
Cryo
up to
stage
the cryo stage
performance
ignition,
normal.
which is around 300 plus seconds, are all monitored from the SHAR range. The Port Blair provides the visibility of the cryogenic stage during the entire phase, followed by the Brunei, which will cover the last phase of the cryogenic burn, including the satellite separation event. So post satellite separation event, we also have the backup BIAC station, which will continue to
13
provide
minutes.
coverage for almost 300 to 400 seconds post injection. So 800 seconds into the flight, 7.3, another 2 kilometer velocity to be added, altitude around 187 kilometers, velocity 7.45. So altitude plot, time versus altitude, the bottom curve, very close match with the pre-flight predictions.
Cryo stage performance normal.
Cryogenic stage performance normal. Almost, it ignited at roughly around 325 seconds. So almost 500 seconds of burn. We are at 825. So 500 seconds of burn, another maybe 150 seconds to go. Where we'll see another 2 kilometer per second velocity being imparted to the vehicle.
Plus 14 minutes.
14 minutes. The total flight time is 16 minutes, 20 seconds. So 850 seconds, velocity 8.2. So we are in the final phase of the cryogenic phase of operations. $870 seconds.
Cryo stage performance normal.
Cryo stage performance has been declared as normal. In the next less than 100 seconds, we should have the velocity of almost 800 meter per second being imparted now.
Plus 15 minutes.
So vehicle has almost already reached an orbit of perigee of 170 by 12,000. From here on, we will have continuously the velocity being imparted to increase the apogee of the rocket. So as you can see on your screen, the perigee is already reached 170 and inclination of 21.52. Just to inform the viewers, this is the planar trajectory without any dogleg or yaw maneuver.
Cryo stage performance normal.
And we are at an apogee of around 24,000, 25,000 kilometer. Maybe another 30 seconds to go. 944 seconds.
Cryo engine shut off.
So
Injection conditions achieved.
C-25 engine shut-off command has been issued at 9:45. The vehicle is at an altitude of almost apogee of 35,000
Plus
by
16
170.
minutes.
And the GSAT-19 has been
Satellite separated.
successfully
Mission
separated.
completed. This is Mission Director.
Just now we heard the announcement, GSAT-19 communication satellite has been successfully separated. So GSAT-19 satellite has been successfully separated at 960.8 सेकेंड. सो GSLV Mark III रॉकेट ने अपनी पहली उड़ान में GSAT-19 उपग्रह को सफलतापूर्वक अपने निर्धारित परिक्रमा में इंजेक्ट कर दिया है. और मिशन कंट्रोल सेंटर में इधर खुशी का माहौल सभी वैज्ञानिकों के बीच. और आप जो आपके स्क्रीन पर देख रहे हैं वो वन ऑफ द सैटेलाइट सेपरेशन इवेंट्स. इस सारे प्रसारण तक हम आपके साथ बने रहे, इसके लिए हम आपके आभारी. और आए चले हम आपको सीधे मिशन कंट्रोल ले चलते हैं, जहां पर इसरो के चेयरमैन श्री किरण कुमार जी हम सबको संबोधित करेंगे. नमस्कार, जय हिंद.
Good evening to all of you. Today is a historic day. ISRO has demonstrated that GSLV Mark III-D1 and GSAT-19 mission, we have been able to successfully put the satellite into the orbit. And I take this opportunity to congratulate the entire team, which has relentlessly worked over many decades. And for this program from 2002, a great success in the maiden attempt, and now GSLV Mark III has successfully put GSAT-19, which is a next generation satellite with multi-beam, and we will be looking forward to the operation of this satellite. Now I would request Kunni Krishnan, Director of SHAR, to say a few words on this occasion.
At the outset, let me congratulate and salute the entire ISRO team and the participating industries for this outstanding accomplishment of the successful mission of ISRO's next generation launch vehicle GSLV Mark III with the new technology high throughput satellite GSAT-19 weighing 3.1 ton. The great heritage of ISRO culture, the culture of teamwork and commitment to the nation, and also the habit of ISRO to execute complex missions in a very professional way have ultimately culminated into yet another significant event in 2017 at Sriharikota. Enormous amount of efforts have gone in to accomplish this task for many years, many generations, and also various centers of ISRO, starting from the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, the lead center for the design and development of launch vehicles, the liquid propulsion centers, LPSC and IPRC for the development of cryo stage and the liquid stages, the Satish Dhawan Space Center, responsible for realizing the massive solid motors carrying 400 tons of propellant together and integrating the whole vehicle and satellite and filling the huge amount of liquid and cryo propellants from a remote place 6 kilometers away from the launch pad. The launch campaign of our next mission, PSLV C-38 with Cartosat 2E, is going on full swing in the first launch pad in parallel with this, and the launch is scheduled in the next half of this month. And also, the activities related to S-200 preparation for the next mission of GSLV Mark III-D1 also started, and we are planning the total integration of our next GSLV D3, next GSLV Mark III flight from the new second vehicle assembly bay, for which the preparation is going on. The project is in the final phase of realization, and which is going to be 3 times bigger than the present vehicle assembly bay. I am sure that the successful mission of GSLV Mark III-D1 today will lead to the third stream of operational launch vehicle for ISRO with higher capacity payload, and also the GSAT-6 will lead to much higher throughput satellites in the near future. Let me conclude my words by once again express my sincere gratitude to the entire team for your wonderful job for this really wonderful mission. Thank you.
I am proud to be Indian by having opportunity to work in this marvelous Desi technology development. today, 5th June 2017, is a historical day in the Indian science and technology, which marks the commencement of two major complex technology which is essential for the development of this country. Number one, indigenous 100% Desi heavy lift launch vehicle, which is capable of lifting twice the present capability of our ISRO's vehicle. Second one is an advanced satellite, high throughput satellite, which provides much more higher data rate than the present data rate of the satellites. These two technologies in the days to come is going to create revolutions in the applications of space-based technology for the common man of the country in a cost-effective way, more efficient way. How these achievements are done? Is it a single person or single team? No. All of us are aware the stone, the rock will break not only by the last and final hit, it is by the repeated efforts by all the team members. For this purpose, the former and present chairman of ISRO, former and present center directors of ISRO, former and present employees of ISRO, academicians, industries, everybody contributed wholeheartedly to achieve this mission meticulously. Having seen this particular achievement, what we have seen is like last mission we had in 2014, December, that is the first two stages of this mission we had that passive cryogenic stage. Subsequent to that one, last 2.5 years, the amount of work done by all the centers of ISRO, mainly on aerodynamic shaping of the vehicle, aerodynamic characterization of the vehicle, innovative fabrication strategy to fabricate the hardware very fast way, in an effective way, cost-effective way. This is another thing. And also, the industry's contributions make it that hardware to available the earliest, along with the very, very meticulous planning and carrying out our new cryogenic stage test at the LPSC and IPRC. All these things really give fruit to us today. If you are seeing the technology, not only development, much more new technologies are got into the vehicle as well as satellite. One specific technology which we have been waiting for quite a long time, this is like a lithium-ion cell. It got into the satellite, or beautifully function in the launch vehicle also. In this great endeavor, the effort and support given by our senior members of ISRO for meticulously planning and carrying out a review and advices wherever essential to improve the system is greatly acknowledged. Once again, let me congratulate and compliment the entire team, ISRO, for this marvelous technological growth or achievement what we reached today. And definitely, this is not the end of the challenges to you. We have much more challenges. Very, very near future we are going to have. I am sure that all of you will once again rise to the occasion and meet the requirements of ISRO, as well as let us make that Indian technology to the greater heights in the world. Thank you very much.
I have no words to express my joy of seeing GSLV Mark III in its maiden full-fledged flight successfully placing GSAT-19 in orbit. This is a dream come true for all those who have worked behind for last 12 years or so in realizing this complex technology of launch vehicle, the GSLV Mark III. This mission signifies the testing of C-25 cryogenic upper stage. This launch was, in fact, a test bed for this cryogenic stage to fly, since we already done one of the mission proving the S200 and L110 and the basic vehicle in 2014. Today in this mission, we have seen a flawless performance of C-25 stage, the fully indigenous developed gas generator cycle, cryogenic engine and stage, really a marvel of technological achievement. And I want to tell you that the team, cryo team, spread across all centers of ISRO, LPSC, VSSC, IPRC, and SHAR, they have mastered the technology. The travel we had in the last 25 years in harnessing the knowledge, realizing the first of the cusp stage, which is flying successfully in GSLV, last 3 flights, it has done fantastic performance. With the knowledge and the skill we have with the cryogenic technology in the GSLV, I'm really proud to say that the cryogenic technology and its nitty-gritty details have been mastered by the team. When we stood today for the launch, the worry was very, very less. All the team members very confident. Even the countdown operations where the cryogenic stage filling and preparation has gone flawlessly, and also the flight of the stage in this mission. I'm really proud to once again say the country has mastered the complex cryogenic technology. It is not only the technology, it is a skill to realize these technological elements within our country. In our Indian industries, institutions, within ISRO, we were able to manufacture this engine using our own materials and our own manufacturing skills, assembly skills, testing, innovative testing methodologies, and the tools we have developed in understanding the whole dynamics of the engine, thermal, structural, flow, and the host of knowledge we have generated internally is tremendous. And the young generation who is working on this cryogenics are beaming with confidence. And I really want to congratulate and thank all of you who have contributed to making this cryogenic stage successful and making the country proud. I am also very happy to see that GSAT-19 is one of the technological satellite which we are launching. It's going to change the way we look at spacecraft technology in terms of increasing the throughput and making the data services much more powerful and spread across the entire country. And also, we call it the high throughput satellite compared to the earlier generations of satellite. And this technology is also going to make big change in this country in the communication revolution. Once again, thanks to all the people who have contributed, the generations of engineers and scientists who worked behind in developing the basic technologies in all ISRO centers, the industries who have helped us in realizing this cryogenic engine and stage within the country, which is really a marvel of engineering and engineering work. And I also want to thank all my colleagues who have toiled last many years. I can't tell how many years really, and this has been their bread and butter, their blood. And I am really proud to be one of you. Thank you once again.
Now we have the Mission Director Ayyappan.
Today, ISRO has made a golden history, making our country proud. We have doubled our GTO capability. As Mission Director of this prestigious mission, I am very proud and honored, excited like everyone in ISRO with this successful maiden flight GSLV III-D1 GSAT-19 mission. Experimental flight in December 2014 has given us many valuable inputs, subsequently improved the aerodynamic robustness of this vehicle. We have developed a totally indigenous cryogenic stage, C-25, and thus we have made this Make in India launch vehicle. I must compliment and congratulate my splendid project team spread across all the ISRO centers for this accomplishment, interfacing with the various ISRO centers and industries to make it a reality. Realization of C-25 stage and engine in record time, nearly 200 development tests completed to gain the confidence. I congratulate and compliment the teams VSSC, LPSC, IPRC, IASU, SDSC, ISTRAC, and all centers contributed. Thank you, Team ISRO. I deeply acknowledge the contributions of former project directors, Dr. S. Ramakrishnan, Sri N. Narayanamurthy, and Sri S. Somanath, appreciating the industries as well as academic institutions for their contributions. Very dynamic leadership of our beloved Director VSSC, Dr. K. Shivan, and constant guidance and support from our beloved Chairman ISRO also made this event happen. And fairly long launch campaign. We started this campaign in December 5 and last year, and exemplary support from the dynamic director SDSC, Mr. Kunjikrishnan, and his team for complementing this task ahead. MRR and FRR chairman as well as members and all distinguished gurus, a big thanks to all of you. All the best to PD GSAT-19 and to team for the further operations of satellite. Once again, thanking all of you and great accomplishment, administration, accounts, canteen and all auxiliary services for their excellent contributions. My very special gratefulness to ISRO family members for their support. Thank you very much.
The cryo system and cryo engine development, the person behind that.
Thank you, sir. It is an historical success and achievement made by ISRO by launching the heaviest satellite from Indian soil using the heaviest satellite launch vehicle powered by the indigenously developed C-25 cryogenic upper stage. The high-performance, complex C-25 cryogenic stage powered by an engine developing 20-ton thrust using 28 tons of liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen is a technological marvel conceived and developed by ISRO. This smart and most obedient boy of ISRO, the C-25 Indian cryogenic stage, is a technological marvel and masterpiece, which has added almost 56% of the incremental velocity along with the solid propulsion system and the liquid propulsion system, and placed the satellite in the GTO by giving a total incremental velocity of 37,000 km per hour. The engine and stage development, if you see last 2 years, it has moved in a very fast track mode. And by this success, India has mastered the so complex and high performance cryogenic propulsion technology and joined the elite group of very few nations which has got this technology. This achievement is due to the dedicated, sincere and innovative effort of entire team ISRO. On this occasion, not only ISRO team, the entire, each and every citizen of this country can be proud of due to the achievement made by ISRO. I wish to congratulate and compliment the entire cryogenic propulsion team and the team ISRO for this wonderful gift given to our country. Thank you very much.
We have the ISRO Propulsion Research Complex, Venkatakrishnan.
June 5th of 2017 definitely will go as red letter day in the annals of Indian space history. It's a game changer, definitely. The quantum jump from 3.2 or 2.8 meter class diameter, if you see in terms of hardware realization, to 4 meter, it's a quantum leap. Almost similar in height, 44 meters PSLV and Mark III. But we have liftoff mass exactly double, 320 tons for PSLV and 640 for Mark III. Somebody has written, I just read in paper, monstrous. Maybe a misnomer actually, but really a giant vehicle in terms of capacity, in terms of payload carrying capability, everything. And when this becomes operational, definitely in a couple of years, India will become the focus of even communication satellite launching also, because this being a cheaper vehicle, definitely we are always making something cheaper than others can make it definitely in India. The way we do it, the Indian industries, everybody has helped to see that it is made cheaper always. We have the technology here. In 1997 or 98, when we started talking about this particular Mark III launch vehicle, I still vividly remember when Mark II was not fructified, we had Russian stages and everything was going on. Cus stage was still on the anvil. We had started work on C-25 and C-20 with a different technology, gas generator technology from the other whatever Russian technology what we had. And in 2002, when the project was formed after 4 or 5 years of background work in 1997, we were just thinking, those days, no, even 4 meter was so much difficult for us to think of even. We were just thinking how to make 4 meter class rings in India, how to make a 4 meter class machining capabilities in India, 4 meter class furnaces in India, anodizing facilities in India. the rotary vacuum brazing furnace, so many things we have just gone into our mind, but everything has been made, and we have seen that this particular vehicle, compared to any other vehicle, if you had more of Swadeshi components are there in this vehicle, very minimal only from outside. We have seen the super alloys are made in India from Midhani and Non-Ferrous Technology Development Corporation, that strategic copper alloy. The equipments to make this particular rocket also was made in India. Hindaivac has made, Bangalore has made that rotary vacuum brazing, very strategic furnace which is required for the brazing of this diversion of this particular cryogenic engine. Straight channel milling was made by Prositech here. Almost all machines what is required were conceived and designed and developed in India and by Indian industries, and the first of was made to right. This is not the first of which is going right now for flight alone. The first of each component what we made was right in this particular mission. That is one thing. The testing what Narayan has done, each test was exactly, first off itself it was right. So we have gone in the right path from the very beginning, from 2002 to 2017. It's a fructifying journey, and a person associated from the first day of the project to the last day of the project, from flag off of C-25 stage and sitting here for this practical flight. I am so happy, and it is a fulfilling journey actually. Hats off to all the colleagues who have worked for this, definitely, and we are looking forward for the semi-cryo engine and 6-meter class now and 6-ton class. So it's going to be we are going to go take definitely less time only to accomplish this task in the future, because the kind of technology what we accomplished in the last 1.5 decade definitely is going to help us to accomplish future missions in shorter time, definitely. And I really compliment the entire team, which across the ISRO centers, especially the teams in IPRC, where the stage integration L110 and C-25 has taken shape. And we are so proud that we have accomplished the testing also first of right time. No hitch was there actually, and everything was gone smooth. And I really thank the families also who supported the entire officers and employees here to see that they are satisfiedly coming to office and seeing that they are able to accomplish their task very well. I thank all of them, and I pray Almighty to see that they are all having good this one to come in the future also, to see that they are able to continue to further nurture our work like the same culture what ISRO is having. The ISRO culture definitely should spread across the entire country, definitely, to see that other departments also take a clue from our working style, and the country is thriving, and our tricolor is flying very high. Thank you very much.
Respected Chairman, all our senior colleagues who had guided us throughout this project, all the teammates from all the ISRO centers and dear friends, hearty congratulations to all of you. I have no words to express the joy of the success of this maiden flight of GSLV Mark III. It's a big leap in the launch vehicle development, which can carry a heavy communication satellite to GTO, a 4-ton class satellite in near future. Keeping the tradition, our inertial navigation systems, designed very accurately, had delivered excellent performance along with the navigation guidance, control, propulsion, aerodynamics, and all other subsystems working hand in hand with all these systems. And the satellite had been placed in very good orbit, which will give a good life for the satellite. In this mission, ISRO Inertial Systems Unit has contributed in the navigation systems resins as well as the RGPs. Also, we had tried out MEMS-based RGPs on the first stage, on the strap-ons. I'm sure they also would have performed very well, even though they were not in the main control loop. The GSLV, GSAT-19 also has IRU as well as momentum wheels, which will ensure the proper sensing, attitude sensing, and control of the satellite. With the flawless design
and integration testing as well as periodic reviews in all the various disciplines, which include the propulsion, aerodynamics, hardware, software, algorithms. With all these things, we have ensured this wonderful performance. आज के GSLV Mark III के सफल उड्डान के लिए मेरे सभी सहयोगियों को मैं हार्दिक धन्यवाद देता हूं, उनका हार्दिक अभिनंदन करता हूं। टीम इसरो के अथक परिश्रम के फलस्वरूप आज का एक GSAT-19 कम्युनिकेशन सैटेलाइट को कक्षा में स्थापित करना एक इतिहास रचा गया है। आई कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट ऑल द टीम्स वंस अगेन। थैंक यू।
किरण कुमार सर, चेयरमैन इसरो, राधाकृष्णन सर, फॉर्मर चेयरमैन इसरो, और सभी केंद्र के निदेशकों और मेरे कॉलीग्स, दोस्तों, भाइयों, बहनों, उनका परिवार परिजनों, आप लोग को सबको बधाई। आपका ऊपर देश का नाज है और मैं ये अवसर लेता हूँ हमारा पुराना चेयरमैन माधवन नायर के प्रति हमारा विनम्र प्रणाम कि उनका दूरदर्शी का नतीजा आज का सफल परीक्षण है। और हमको ये बोलते हुए गर्व हो रहे है, आज इसरो ने एक बाहुबली का जन्म दिया और इसमें अब सैक से एक बड़ी कंट्रीब्यूशन रही थी। हम नाभिक रिसीवर हमने दिया और शिवन साहब ने बताया वो बड़ी अच्छी काम किए है। और आप लोग ने जो कैमरा से देखा है फोटो, वो भी सैक का है, भले ये BSSC का भी था। और मेरा बड़ी नाज है जी, आज एक दूसरा बड़ी परिवर्तन हो रही है। हमारा जो सैटेलाइट कम्युनिकेशन थी, अभी वो ट्रांसपॉन्डर का पिंजरा से निकाल के हाई थ्रूपुट सैटेलाइट पर लाए। ये बहुत बड़ी उपलब्धि, ये बहुत आगे जाने वाली है। और इसमें कभी नई टेक्नोलॉजी का भी है, खाली 8 बीम खाली नहीं है। ये पहली बार हम का बैंड कम्युनिकेशन कर रहे हैं, भले हाफ का साथ जो बाद पे यूज़र का साथ कम्युनिकेशन पे हो जाएगी। एक का और क्यू बैंड सैटेलाइट है और इसमें 2 फीड क्लस्टर है। उसमें एक क्लस्टर प्रिंटिंग टेक्नोलॉजी से बना है, डिजिटल प्रिंटिंग टेक्नोलॉजी से, और दूसरा क्लस्टर CFRP टेक्नोलॉजी से बना है, वो भी सैक अहमदाबाद पे। और इस पे करीबन 550 वेब गाइड है और सभी सैक पे बना है। और आप कोई देखेंगे इस सैटेलाइट को तो आपको लगेगा ये जैसा कोई सांप की बसेरा है, ऐसा है। और मैं अंत में आपको सबको बधाई देता हूँ और सबसे बड़ा बधाई का योग्य है आप लोगों का परिवार परिजन, जो जिनके सहायता का बिना आप एक काम दीर्घ दिन से, ये तपस्या से, ये लगन से कर नहीं सकते थे। धन्यवाद।
Just now, the Prime Minister of India had called and congratulated the entire ISRO team for the wonderful work they have done. And he says the country is proud of this achievement. Let me also take this opportunity to once again congratulate each and every member of ISRO for this wonderful task. And just in the near future, we have a lot of activities ahead. On 23rd of this month, we have a PSLV launch. Then on 28th of this month, we have a GSAT-17 launch. So we have a lot of activities ahead. Let me take this opportunity once more to congratulate each one of you and remind you of a lot of activities that is ahead. Thank you.
डीडी नेशनल, देश का अपना चैनल।
मेरे साथ बोलो ए बी।
अरे नादान, बच्चे को एबीसी सिखा रहा है। अरे काम धंधे की एबीसी तू कब सीखेगा? ये देख विज्ञापन, तेरे जैसे कृषि विज्ञान सीखे हुए युवाओं के लिए भारत सरकार के कृषि